It's the Clubhouse. The Clubhouse. The Clubhouse. Old friends. It's the Clubhouse, the Clubhouse, the Clubhouse. Old friends calling to play some games and hoping some new friends will do the same. It's a party in the Clubhouse, the Clubhouse.
Well, good morning, everybody. Our show has begun. The puppy party has started. Welcome, Secondhand Hounds. My name is The Dude. And with me, as usual, every first Wednesday of the month is our friend from Secondhand Hounds, Donnie the Dog Lady. I just named you that. You work with that?
Sure, why not?
Well, so this is the deal. We're in Minneapolis today on the first floor in the main lobby. That's where our studio is. Come on down for a little puppy party. Talk about puppy parties. What are we doing here? Why is this happening?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
So puppies are fun and they make everybody happy, and everybody needs a little day brightener, so we get to come here once a month for our puppy party. But we do puppy parties all over the place in all sorts of different situations. You have an event? I'll bring you puppies. It's pretty much that. Go to puppy party, go to secondhandhounds.org and find our puppy party page.
And you have like little simple little rules and things that we're following today too. So you have to sign a little waiver because puppies will be puppies and they might have an accident on you, or maybe they do they might get you when you're not looking with their little teeth or something. But these puppies seem pretty
They're pretty chill right now.
They're pretty chill. I've never had one fall asleep on my lap like this.
I know. That's the second one, I think, that's climbed up there and just crashed. Oh.
So feel free to come on down any time between now and noon. But we've got a lot of discussion as we usually get into. Let's talk about this litter.
Yeah.
Who are these little puppies?
So this is a litter of 9 puppies born in, I believe, March 21st to Mama Sunday. Her name is Sunday, and she's a 2-year-old Border Collie mix, we think. As usually is the case, we don't know who Daddy is.
We don't know who Dad is, but Mommy is a mix of Border Collie.
She's a mix, and there are 9 of them. And they are all available for adoption at this point. They will go on the website next week.
Border Collies typically pretty smart dogs.
And energetic dogs.
Yeah. So these dogs are going to need to be walked and ran around a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to want to get them outside. A lot.
I would plan for that. Plan for them to be super energetic, active dogs. And a little walk around the block for 15 minutes if you have a true Border Collie is not sufficient. Some of them like multiple mile runs twice a day.
Yes.
We also, not knowing who Daddy is, you could have a couch potato dad and it might even things out. But I would always,
like my dad.
Just plan for them to be very energetic, Yeah. And then if you can work with that, train them.
Yes, training. Well, let's talk about that. I always like to start when we have puppies. How do you start with a puppy? Do you have to puppy-proof your home, or what do you do there?
I think puppy-proofing is definitely. It's a work in progress, and it changes with the dog and what the dog gets into. Mm-hmm. Some dogs are like, I'm all into chewing on the carpet. Some like, I want to go through the trash. But the best thing you can do is go through your home and literally on your hands and knees and see what you care about and how you can save it from the dog, because a puppy will eat it. The more expensive something is, the more you value it, the more they will likely eat it. It's just how it works. So be prepared for that.
Let's get a close-up of that face.
We want not only to protect your things, but the puppy eating your carpet could end up in the doctor's office, so we don't want that.
Right.
So you want to make sure your home is safe, but you also want to make sure your home is easy to live in.
Well, yes, and there's another big thing too, talking about living in a home. you're a strong advocate for kennel training.
Absolutely.
That all dogs, especially at a
Absolutely.
young age, should be trained to have a kennel.
Yes.
That is their little safe space,
It
their
is.
little home within a home.
It's their safe space physically and emotionally.
And it's not a punishment. It's not, oh, you ate the rug.
When my dog
kennel. It's not a
that's
punishment.
the absolute worst way to do it.
Yeah.
When my dog is feeling a little overwhelmed, she goes and hangs in her kennel. And that's her place that she puts herself. I don't even have to put her there anymore. But yeah, I think you want to keep your home safe. For example, a lot of people, when they get a puppy home, we say rather than give your dog free reign, keep it in a small space. Start in your kitchen or your laundry room, obviously with you, but just so they get used to that area. Then once they learn that that's my area to live in, not potty, you can make the room a little bigger,
right.
a little bigger, a little bigger. They have to earn those privileges.
How old do puppies get before they start becoming not I'm just a puppy, and that they become smart enough to train?
Much like, you can train a puppy right away. Right
What?
away, absolutely, depending on what you're doing. The litter that I had, I had 10 puppies that went home to 10 different homes. One home had their dog within days, sitting, laying down, and coming at 8 weeks.
Wow.
Right? Then I have another one who's like, oh yeah, they're all trained. This one's like, yep, I've trained it to ring the bells to go outside. Is it okay? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's totally chilling. He's relaxed. Totally relaxed. Is that Marshmallow? Okay, so this one is Marshmallow, and this is the Foster's favorite, and she said all he wants to ever do is lay in your lap and sleep. This is who he is. He's chill. Which is nice when you are adopting from a foster-based rescue. The fosters know the animal's personalities a little bit, and that's kind of helpful. Another one of the fosters, which I think the people who adopted my dogs are much better training than I am. All of a sudden, one's like, look at this one. It knew to come inside. Again, at about 9, 10 weeks old, it would come inside and sit on a mat to have its paws wiped. I'm like, my dog just runs and jumps on the couch. I'm like, I clearly have failed in that regard. So no, you can train right from the beginning. And you can train an old dog new tricks. So you can get an older dog, you can train him. It's just harder, just like with humans.
I'm still learning about stuff, about life.
And
taxes, what's that about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But yeah, so what we tell folks is, just like with humans, it's easier to teach them when they're younger. Your brains are easier to train. But as we get a little bit older, some of us, it's a little harder to learn things. So
yeah, for
train
sure.
from the beginning. Puppy-proof the house.
What about diet? Are you in favor of dogs being vegan and gluten-free?
Well, we always say talk to your vet. As a general rule, that's not what they were bred for.
Right.
But there are some dogs that have to be on a very specialized diet because they have digestive issues, just like humans do. So when a dog goes home, we typically send it home with a big bag of the food that it has been eating.
Yeah.
So that they can stay with that. And then we say, what does your vet want? And you guys work together with your vet. Your vet should be your person for all things health like that. And Secondhand Hounds does have a vet center for those who are looking for a vet. We do have openings for new clients. So we're always looking for new friends.
So Secondhand Hounds, I think a lot of people think, and we talk about this every time, is like, oh, I'm going to show up to Secondhand Hounds and look at all the puppies. Let's talk about that. You don't have puppies on site because they're in foster care.
It's very sad when people come in. It's always around spring break. People will come, we want to see the dogs. We're like, well, here's the website. Sorry.
They don't, you don't have them. It's not like some big old farm with 10 acres of puppies running around. Right?
I don't know if that sounds wonderful or horrible. I can't decide yet.
Actually, that would be awesome.
But no, our animals are in foster homes, and there's several reasons for that. One, we have hundreds of animals available for adoption at any given moment. And to have all those in one facility, we'd need an enormous building, which is financially cost prohibitive. Not to mention, dogs do better in your home learning how to dog.
With people that are there and holding them, loving them, and fostering, wow, is a big deal.
So we are desperate for fosters right now. We are turning away so many animals. We do dogs and cats. We're turning away so many animals that we can't save because we don't have foster homes for them.
How about in the audience? Has anybody fostered pets before? No?
Let me tell you what fostering means from our standpoint.
Yes.
First of all, there's no cost to you. We cover everything from vet bills, supplies, food, transportation. If you have to work and the dog has to get to an appointment, we have all sorts of people. For example, these dogs are with a temp foster right now. The regular foster went on a vacation, so all of them went to this temp foster's home, and then we went and picked the dogs up from that foster and brought them here. The foster didn't. So our volunteers handle all of that. You choose the animal you foster, and you choose who they are adopted by.
Yeah, so you're working.
You are completely in control of the process with our assistance, because we know you know that foster dog or cat better than we do. I don't know these dogs other than I've known them for about an hour now. But the foster knows, like we said, Marshmallow likes to do this. Which one is like the first one to greet someone when they come in the door? Who wants to be energetic? Who wants to be chill? So, and again, like I said, we get in a lot of animals. We get in 50 animals a week usually. We could take in 4 times that many if we had more fosters, 100%. And we just do have to turn them away. Like right now, I know there's a couple of dogs right now that we'd really love to bring in, and we just can't.
Okay, so this is a two-parter.
Right.
I'm gonna do a celebrity impression, and we're gonna do like a role play phone call where I'm gonna ask about fostering, and you're gonna answer the call. Okay.
And you're
ring, ring,
celebrity?
ring, ring. Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Ring, ring.
Hello, Secondhand Hounds. How can I help you?
Yes, I would like to foster a puppy. I want to foster.
You know what? I would love to help you. You are looking for a puppy?
Yes.
Specifically?
I was former governor of California.
You sound like a fella that could actually handle a lot of dogs. You sure you don't want to take a litter?
Get to the chopper. Yes, I would like to. Okay.
That's not how I would start, but I had you with that.
All right.
So the first thing you do.
That was obviously everybody knows who
Yes,
that celebrity was. That was
yes.
John Travolta. And hey, ring, ring. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, it's like I want to foster a puppy over here.
Fantastic, Mr. Travolta. How can I help you? Have you gone to our website, secondhandhounds.org yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I already have. It's very cool over here.
Okay.
Oh, that was the worst impression ever. That was terrible.
So then I would ask you, once you've read about it, there's a form that you fill out
you have
to apply to be a foster, where we'll ask you certain questions about your home and your animals to make sure it's a good fit for you.
Yeah.
We'll do a home visit to verify that your home is what you need it to be a successful foster.
Right. Because there's a screening process, obviously, kind of, right?
There's a kind of a screening process. We don't really, it's not like a credit check or something, but it's like, you're like, look, I want to foster. That's great. What are you looking for? A puppy. So you work 12 hours a day. Do you think a puppy is the best fit for you? It could be. Do you have a plan for someone to come home in the middle of the day and let it out?
I'm here 8 hours a day, but I work about 3 of them. Does that play into it?
How long a day will the dog be left alone?
8.15.
Okay, so you can do puppies if you want. Just know that there will be a little additional cleanup when you come home.
What do you mean?
Well, because a puppy can
Do you mean
hold
number
its,
1 and number 2?
Yes, a puppy can hold its bladder for 1 hour for every month of age. That's the average. So an 8-week-old puppy can hold its bladder for usually 2 hours. A 4-month-old puppy, 4 hours. So if you're gone for 8 hours, that puppy's gonna go potty a lot. And that's okay, you can clean it up. People do this all the time.
Do puppies kind of have shorter breaths too?
Shorter breaths?
Yeah, this one's just like
panting.
Panting a little bit.
Because he's warm, because he's on you. You were talking about how he's making you warm.
Oh, yeah.
It's reciprocal.
I'm a furnace, naturally. Like, I'm super warm all the time.
And you're
My
just
apartment's 65 degrees year round. Now I can't stop doing Arnold. I keep doing Arnold.
That's okay, and I'm just doing dancing dog.
Puppy foster. Okay, I'll stop. All right, so then you get a puppy, and then it starts to. What about
Sorry.
This is interesting. People don't know this.
Okay.
You don't allow people to adopt puppies that are related.
Correct.
So if you want two
sibling
puppies, they
adoption.
got to be
No, we
not.
don't.
They can't be bro and
No,
bro.
we don't.
They can't be sis and bro. They can't
No.
be sister and sister. They don't. I always think it's interesting. Tell us why.
So there is something called littermate syndrome, and I didn't make it up. If the internet says it's true, it's got to be true, right? But anyway, it is something that has to do with their behavior. Typically, these guys are fine. They're only 6 weeks. 2 weeks from now, they're all going to start tussling a bit more.
Yeah.
So two things happen.
Aggressive, you mean, like kind of towards play? The play will be more aggressive.
It can feel very aggressive to a human. It's not. They're not typically trying to hurt one another, but it's not necessarily the most pleasant thing to have in your home, right? And I can, as someone who has recently fostered a litter of puppies, at 8 weeks, you're like, I'm ready. Y'all can go home now, because they're so involved with one another. So when we used to allow litters to be siblings to be adopted together, we had an 80% return rate.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So we tried it, didn't work. There were two things that happened. Well, three things. It could have worked out. That happens.
He wants to know what you're talking about.
Hi. So I know. So here's what happened. You either do just fine with this one, or you want to eat each other, which is not pleasant, or they bond so closely together, there's no room for the humans.
Right. That is fascinating to me.
And it's like, if they're each other's best friend, you don't adopt a puppy to be ignored.
Right.
You adopt a kitty, perhaps, if you want a little more independence. You guys, no.
I won't be ignored,
No,
Danny.
you cannot have it. You cannot have the mic. Okay, on this side, over here, and
over here. Okay, so we like to play a little bit of a game here.
Always redirect.
And I'm going to just say a statement, and then you will say it's no dude, puppy, or both. Okay, let's start with that.
Is this for the audience?
Sleep 16 to 18 hours a day. Is that puppies, dude, or both?
Dude. All right.
The answer? Both. Yes. I sleep as much as puppies do. It's true. Sometimes at work, when I wear sunglasses at my desk, my coworkers don't know the difference. Who cares? I'm fine. I don't care. Check an email. Haha. All right. Sometimes may go to the bathroom in the middle of the floor. Dude, puppies, me, puppies, or both?
Both. I'm hoping just puppies.
Okay. Okay. There was that one time. And it wasn't my place. I was at, my uncle's place. Ow! It's eating me alive!
And now you scared it and went, oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, but that's okay. The way you corrected that dog is fine. It wasn't violent. It
No, it was kind of raised my voice.
But it's good for the dog. The dog stopped. And it was like, oh, I don't want that response. That's all right. There are people who think you should smack a dog when it does that.
No, I don't like that.
Yelling? No.
Not yelling all the time, but sometimes I like to do this.
Sometimes.
I think that gives, and you know what? All of my friends' dogs respond to this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little bird calling them. They're like, they come a-running.
Yeah, they all know something's happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also, for my friends' dogs, since I don't have a dog, but when they were I've a lot of my friends that I've had, dogs, I've known since they were puppies. I always had a treat when I would go.
Yeah.
And then they would come and I'd give them a treat. Now I don't have to have a treat. They just know, oh, that's
positive reinforcement will always be the best way to train an animal.
PR, positive reinforcement. Okay. Puppy, dude, or both like to constantly have snacks and potentially may eat things that are not food related.
I'm going to go with you on that one. Always
that is true.
Snacks.
That is true. I have been
snacks.
known to dig into a candy bar, and before I know it, half the wrapper is gone.
I can see that.
Half the wrapper.
Still way too dark.
Oh, that's not a good option.
No.
Oh, we don't want that.
Hey, let's talk about that, because a lot of people, there's some things like, okay, this subject is sore with me because I'm a firm believer in never giving a dog human food unless it's baby carrots, because those are actually kind of healthy for dogs.
They are.
As a treat. Otherwise, I'm a huge fan of not like licking plates clean, because then they're looking at you when you're eating constantly like, hey, when are you done with that? You gonna be done with that? When are you done with that?
Right.
Can I have that when you're done?
Oh, yeah.
And I just don't. I'm like, dude, let me eat in peace. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, I
agree.
What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, human food is for humans. It just is.
Have you ever tasted dog food?
I don't think so. I think I would remember if I had.
I went to a bad restaurant once.
I've had homemade. Well, yeah. Oh God. I've had homemade dog treats. I've made them because I know what's in it. It's like wheat germ and all that kind of stuff. But
hey.
Why don't you hand it to her so she doesn't have to
Marshmallow.
reach in there.
I have to take my shoes off.
I'm sorry, Marshmallow. You can come back.
So there are a lot of
wakey.
human foods that are okay for dogs. Vegetables. Most vegetables are good for dogs. Onions are not. Garlic is not.
No. Well, they're not good for humans. Have you ever talked to somebody that just ate onions and garlic? It's like,
I love them.
here's a Tic Tac, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're not good for you.
Oh, I suppose.
Many fruits are okay for dogs.
Fruits?
Fruits, not grapes.
Not grapes. Now, why?
It's something to do with the tannin in the skin of the grape.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. I bet watermelon would be totally. They'd love watermelon.
Watermelon is fine as long as you don't give them the rind.
Rind, yeah.
Same thing with corn. Don't give them the corn cob. It is harder for them to digest, and you might see it in your yard later.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible for them. An apple is fine as long as they don't eat the seeds. So I mean, there's rules and ways to do it.
But still, how about just
them,
get dog treats and not have them eat human food? Like that's my thing.
On the other hand, if your dog's trying to lose weight, a carrot is a lot healthier for them than a dog treat, because that's got meat and that's got fat and protein and fillers and all the things, just like for us.
By the way, I've lost almost 70 pounds this year in a year.
Amazing.
You know how I did it?
Cutting out dog treats?
Yep.
There you go.
No more dog treats for me.
Good.
Filled with carbs.
Yeah.
Carbs are the enemy.
That's right.
Okay, so let's go backwards to your puppy. You adopted. You have a puppy, and now this puppy is getting not just puppy cuteness, but it needs to be active and training.
Yeah.
What are the first top things that you want your dog to know if you train? Sit, is that a big deal?
Sit is a good one. It's an easy one. It has its purpose. It will not save the dog's life. Like stay and come well.
Stay.
Those are probably more important for training. Just because if a dog is running out in the street, those are the most important ones. But sit is important if someone's coming over to your home. Yeah. Sit down. Or if you're going to give it that treat, sit down, lay down, all those things. You know, we advise all of our adopters, no matter whether they're getting a puppy or a senior dog, sign them up for training. It's not only good for the dog, but it's great for bonding with that animal, you know? Hi. Hello. And it's good socializing. You want to help her with that one? Yeah. There you go. Oh, turn your back.
Oh,
such a wiggle butt.
Hey, you started to bring up a really good subject.
They're so funny. Are you stuck?
Socializing animals.
Yes.
How soon can you bring a dog to the dog park?
Okay, so right now, we are strongly discouraging anyone from going to dog parks right now.
Oh, the dog flu.
Canine influenza is a very serious problem. It is relatively new to Minnesota. The cases here were traced back to some dogs coming to the Humane Society from Oklahoma. And then those dogs went out in the public, and just like us, they sneezed on someone, they got the germs. There is a vaccine for canine influenza, but because it isn't common here, it's very hard to find. So we're telling everyone, kind of back when we started COVID and everyone stayed in our own little pods, don't let your dog meet other new dogs right now. Just kind of keep it on the down low. Ask your vet. But as a general rule, dog parks are a great place to socialize your dog if the owners of the other dogs are paying attention and following the rules. If you go to a dog park and someone's got their dog on a leash, don't go to the dog park. If you go to the dog park and all the adults or all the humans are on their phones and not paying attention to their dogs, don't go to that dog park.
A little shaky right now.
You just don't need. Things can go south pretty quickly, and usually it's because the humans aren't following the rules. Most dog things can be chalked up to the humans screwing up, to be honest. Dogs don't get fat on their own. We give them lots of treats. You know, it's always our fault. But yeah, dog parks are a good place, but there's a lot of places you can take your dogs. There are a lot of businesses that you may not know you can take your dogs to. A lot of Home Depots let you walk your dogs. A lot of even Home Goods, or a lot of businesses will let you take your dogs walking around, which is kind of cool. But invite people over, invite friends over, and let them get to know each other. Invite your friends' dogs over. Hey, host a puppy party. These guys, everyone here is socializing, and I appreciate it.
Okay, quiz time, audience. Let's see how you do. What is a dog's most developed sense? Max says smell. I heard hearing. Answer is Donnie?
Is sense of smell.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many teeth do adult dogs normally have?
Used to know this.
Take a guess.
7.
The answer, according to the internet's 42.
Yeah.
Spot
Nicely
on.
done.
You just want a puppy.
He's also completely trained that one to sleep.
Get that man a puppy.
He's got one.
Oh, okay. You can't keep it though, sorry. Okay. Which is the fastest breed of dogs?
Greyhound.
You're saying Greyhound. There's a puppy. Oh, that's your toe. I thought it was somebody.
Oh, sorry, we're playing footsie.
Yeah.
We're getting
I
too
heard
close.
Greyhound.
Moving over. Greyhound. Anything else? Any other options? Any other options?
Greyhound is correct.
Greyhound is correct.
Good job, you guys. All right. Which dog breed is known for having a black tongue? I heard Chow? Chow Chow or whatever?
Yeah.
Chow Chow is correct.
Which is interesting. A lot of dogs will obviously, you'll look at them and they'll have a spot on their tongue. So there evidently are other dogs that have it as well, but a lot of our mixed dogs will all of a sudden have a spot on their tongue, and you think it's dirt, and you're like, oh wait, that's part of your tongue. Okay.
All right, next question. Why did the cowboy adopt a dachshund? Because he wanted to get along, little doggy. Mr. Wizard, thank you.
He's like,
Mr. Wizard? Okay. All right, never mind. When it's that late, who cares? All right. What?
What?
Which dog breed, originally bred for hunting rabbits, gets its name from the French word for low or short?
Wiener dog.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Basset
Yeah.
Hound.
I was gonna say they aren't bred for dachshunds are ratting dogs.
I would like to adopt the Basset Hound.
Bassets are fun. Basset puppies are hilarious because
Oh,
the ears
gosh.
they grow into their ears and they trip
Oh,
over them, and it's
gosh.
the funniest thing. They're so
Do we
fun.
have a dog that we think, Donnie, is the smartest of all the breeds, or?
You think it's that one? I think it's either the Border Collie is pretty high up there if it's not the smartest.
Yeah.
It is. Those things can be trained.
Gosh, I almost feel like it could be a German Shepherd.
Yeah, but I think they have decided that the Border Collie, it's those herding dogs. But
Yeah.
I mean, a German Shepherd is clearly a very
Highly intelligent,
dog
yeah.
too. Yeah. But I think it's a Border Collie.
This is the first time that we've had a litter this big and not a puppy in the mix here, is there?
Nope, they're all out there having fun.
Oh, they seem
They're
a bit
just
sleepy.
so chill, aren't they?
They're just crashed.
Oh, believe me, if there wasn't a camera on me right now, I'd be sawing some logs, if you know what I mean.
Hey, if any
I
of you
usually
have
sleep
any
till noon.
questions, if anybody in the audience or wants to call in and has any questions about these puppies, secondhand hounds, dogs in general, rescue
We
in
have
general.
one right here. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Is that a problem? Okay.
That's good.
Oh, it's cute. Good. All right.
I want to say, let's talk about that. That dogs falling asleep on humans is good for those puppies because there's a lot of trust that's being built, and this is these puppies' first puppy party. So you are helping. Let's talk about that. How people here today, or in puppy parties in general, actually help puppies socialize,
so
get used to humans.
So as I look around this room, every dog in this room is being held differently.
Yeah.
That's great, because these dogs, I don't know where they're going to end up, but a dog, every one of us smells different. We all sound different. We hold things differently. We move differently. And all of those things
Some of us smell good. Some of us smell bad.
Yes, this is true. But what's good and bad to a dog might be different than to a human.
That's true.
So all
Besides,
of what
I got
you're
odor
doing,
eaters. It's fine.
And all the noise and the equipment, all of this stuff is great because we're teaching these dogs to be like, oh, okay, these things are normal. I don't need to get panicked. I don't need to get stressed out. Dogs that aren't socialized very often will have a lot of anxiety, and we want to do what we can to give them the best start of life and not having any anxiety. So this is great. You guys are doing a great job. Super appreciate it. I know you're working so hard, and I know it's a hardship for you to hold them. I really appreciate it. But one of the other things we always tell people is while you're holding the dog, play with their ears, because their ears have to be cleaned. Play with their feet and their toes, because we have to cut their nails. These guys, when I had puppies this size, it was every 5 days I was trimming their nails because they grew so fast. And I had 10. And there were 4 dogs, each one had 4 feet, and they didn't only have 5 paws on my dogs.
So you're good at clipping nails.
Well, I'm good at finding friends to hold
ingrown?
while I clip. No, I will. I do dogs.
Oh, okay.
Not dudes.
Because it's bad.
Dogs,
not dudes.
That's a good t-shirt.
What about, let's jump ahead.
You're going to lose a dog here.
No, but wait.
Marshmallows going bye-bye.
But you
By the way, I'm just going to rattle off the names for those who don't know. And if they have, some have collars on, some don't. So Mama's name is Sunday. So let's see if we can get to the theme here. We have Brownie Bite, a little girl in a light pink collar. Who has a little dog with pink collar? You got Brownie Bite. Sugar Cone has a bright pink collar on. I don't know. Some of them, like I said, some don't have collars, so it might be a collarless one. Cool Whip has a little teal collar on, like a bluish one. Cool. Okay. Cookie Dough has the gray collar. All right, there we go.
These names.
Maraschino is the all-black dog with no collar today. There you go. Hot Fudge has a bright blue collar on. There you go, Hot Fudge. Teddy Graham has a tan collar on. It has the brindley look to him. Okay, that's Teddy Graham.
Is there one named Cheez-It?
That's not an ice cream top. I mean, it could be. I'm not going to judge.
Oh, yes, it is.
Sprinkles is white with the brown spots and has a lavender collar. There you go. And last but not least is Marshmallow, who's the black and white dog with the black collar. So.
Who do I have here?
So those are all. And yes, if you foster the mama litter, you get to name all the puppies, which is really fun.
Oh, oops. It's supposed to be right there. Okay.
And many of us have lists. I have list after list of ideas for doggy names. And yes, most people change the names. In my litter of 10, only one of the puppies kept its name.
I think this is good. Work with puppies like this, like hold their have them wheelbarrow. I think that's a good training thing.
It's not bad. They're getting used to you manipulating them and holding them, because sometimes you do have to move them differently. You're giving a medication in one spot. Oh, what's going on?
Digging in my pocket.
You might have snacks.
A little pickpocket over here.
Little snacks.
Hey, look at here. I'm a pickpocket, all I am. Hey, Donnie, let's talk about our socks. Mine are mustache socks and pink.
I like it. And puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Binder dogs. Shocking. No, stop eating.
Oh, hi.
You cannot eat the microphone back. It's not okay. That face is like, what?
Hi.
I tell you, the more I look at some of these faces, I'm seeing so much boxer face in these dogs. Just the way the eyes are kind of a little bulgy. Hi, was your daddy a boxer? You're drooling on me. You okay? So I always do this to puppies. I don't know these puppies, so I don't know how well they do. Because, there you go. Because the vet's gonna wanna see their belly. The vet's gonna have to check them underneath. So all the different ways they're gonna be held, which is another reason we tell you to crate train your dogs. When your dog goes to the vet and when your dog goes to the groomer, it is often left in a kennel. If you do not crate train your dog and that's the only exposure it has, it's another thing to be afraid of at the vet. So train your dog.
How do you feel about dogs licking your bare feet?
That just tickles.
What goes on with consenting adults? I mean,
Okay, well,
I don't care. I don't mind.
how
I don't see any problem with it.
how often do you have to give a dog a bath?
That really depends on their coat and their activity level and what they rolled into while the snow was melting.
Depends. And how often do you think the dude takes a shower or bath? How many times a week?
Enough to get by.
That is correct.
But yeah, so like for example, these dogs with their short coat, they won't need to be bathed very frequently. They'll probably be okay. My dog has a thick coat and needs to be, she goes in to be groomed every 6 weeks so she doesn't get matted and have to be cut down.
Yeah, yeah.
So clearly we're okay with being held.
What are some of the dogs, like these won't ever need to be like shaved,
Probably not.
like groomed, you know what I mean? Like in that sense.
Yeah.
But are there dogs that, well, the long, super hairy,
Yep.
long-haired
Yep.
whatnots, you gotta shave them up, right?
Not necessarily. So again, my dog is a doodle mix, and if you have a dog that gets matted hair, it is for the health of that animal that you groom it, not just because it looks pretty. Because mats are hair being pulled into a ball. So when the mats
sure.
get like that, they're pulling that fur away from the skin.
And that can be painful.
Mats can be terribly painful, and they can leave sores. So it can be really tough. So if you have a dog that needs to be groomed and you're like me and you forget, schedule ahead.
Yeah.
Groomers book out. So I have standing appointments with my groomer so my dog gets in. Hello, are we doing playtime or sleepy time? A little of both. I love a good
hi.
mix.
I haven't seen you for so long.
Well, there you go.
I haven't seen you.
Visit.
I love this one has light colored eyes, which is kind of fun, but that's very border collie-esque. The blue eyes.
Whoever was holding this dog, I can smell your perfume on this dog.
That's funny.
Chanel.
There you go.
Okay, so let's go to the other end of this. What about adopting older dogs? You got a big
they're the
need.
best.
Yeah, for dogs that are like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old that need
Oh my
that want to
gosh,
have a good
yeah.
like third chapter of their lives,
Yep.
right? Talk about that.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of dogs that are available for adoption.
Yeah, so there's a lot of dogs that come in later in life for a variety of reasons. It could have been a stray. Sometimes it's the owners are no longer able to care for them. And we'll take them in to make sure that they're safe. We get dogs in that have medical conditions that are older that are part of our hospice program. And we actually just had a dog so the hospice program obviously is for animals that come in that have health issues that we think means they're never going to be adopted because of that.
Yeah.
So we keep them and keep them comfortable, right? Well, we just had a dog taken off of hospice because when the animals sometimes come to us, they come in maybe ill because they haven't been cared for, but once they get medical care, good food, and all this stuff, sometimes they get off of that hospice list, and now they are adoptable. So we literally just had that yesterday happen with one of our dogs. Okay, seriously, do you like the taste of the lotion? Is it delish?
What about puppy yoga? Is that a thing? Are
Puppy
people
yoga
doing that?
is fun, but whenever we do it, I always ask the person that is actually running it, the yoga instructor, said, are
The
you
yogi?
okay with this not being a productive session? Because you're doing all the things and they're doing this and they're biting, and the next thing, halfway through, all the participants are laying on the ground playing. So it all depends on the instructor. If they're cool with it, we're cool with it. But we do it. We do it every now and then. It's fun.
Have you seen the one with baby goats?
Yes.
Puppies are cooler. So let's talk about breeds and families and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Like, sometimes it's good to do a little bit of research, right?
I think
like,
it's always good to do some research.
Like
sure.
if you know for a fact that you've got a lot of, let's say you've got a lot of kids, say under the age of 10.
Yeah.
You've got 4 kids under the age of 10.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You got 4 kids under the age of 10.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna want a dog that kind of just is like a bulldog or something that just kind of likes to be a lump? Or you got 4 kids under the age of 10, you might want to have somewhat of an energetic dog, like maybe a boxer or something like that. What do you think of that?
There's a couple of schools of thought there.
Yeah.
Because depending, you have 4 kids under the age of 10. When I have people with children adopting my dogs, I don't watch the kids, I watch how the parents handle the kids around the dogs. Because if you have 4 kids under the age of 10 and they're not taught to not lay on the dog,
right.
pull on the dog,
right.
take the dog's food away, all of those things, you really have to be careful about what dog you get. An energetic dog is great, but an energetic dog, if it's a herding dog, might make sure that all of your children are in the same place at the same time. And your kids have to be used to having their ankles chewed on because herding dogs want those kids where they are.
Right.
Older dogs are usually a really good fit. Puppies are great, but they're a lot more work. It is now adding a 5th child to that mix.
Right.
One thing, literally, if people have a family and you're not sure if your family's ready for a dog, and you don't know what you're looking for, that's where fostering is such a great idea, because you're test driving.
Right.
There's no commitment, financial, time, anything. And you can bring that dog home and say, you know what, I'm living with this dog, and okay, we thought we wanted a puppy, maybe we don't. Let's foster the next dog. That one gets adopted. Like, let's try an older dog. Okay. I've done that. A lot of us will do it. I literally call it like leasing. It's like you're leasing a dog and to see if it's the right fit for you. It's also great when it's a family who the kid's like, but Mom and Dad, I promise we'll do all the work. Let's test that theory.
Yeah, exactly right.
And we foster. And if you foster, then you have a chance to prove yourself, or for Dad to prove I was right, you weren't.
And let's talk about this. Let's talk about the way I'm sitting. I feel like I'm posing for the cover of Vanity Fair or something like that. Doesn't it feel weird?
Fancy. What do you think? Is he fancy?
I don't know. It feels weird to me, but it's
a good stretch.
It's a good stretch.
It's a good
Gosh,
stretch.
I should do the other side too.
There you go. Should we start doing our own little?
We should. Okay.
Hey guys, what do you think?
Look at This
one's like, I don't know what you're
This
doing.
is not natural, but I really like sitting like this. Dad, have you ever sat like this?
I don't get back up.
You don't get back up.
This is not a quick process.
Actually, I can't feel my left leg right now, and it's cramping.
Hey, puppy,
so
go
it's
chew
like
on
one
the
of those.
left leg. He can't feel it.
I'm really in trouble. Okay. All right. So let's talk about. I like the idea of socialization.
Brownie bite.
Brownie.
You're so cute. Got the pink collar, and the tummy is pink too, so she's very well coordinated.
Hey guys, Mr. Wizard and Broseph, let's turn on the music and just do a couple minutes of puppy montage. So just cut away to different shots of the
Not
puppies.
so sure about the collar.
Mr. Wizard, if you have some puppy montage music, you and I can just kind of sit here. Oh, okay. Let the puppy montage begin, Broseph. You'll have getting different shots, and let's just enjoy puppy montage. got bingo today at 2 p.m. Mac is gonna play and probably win. He always wins, he wins a lot. And then we donate prizes to kids that are not playing bingo with us at 2. Here we go, we're doing a montage of puppies being held by patients and fams and staff. Isn't that fun? Yes, it is. You got your volunteers helping us out. What are their names? Hey, volunteers, what are your names? They're not listening to me because they're talking puppy talk, and that's real cool. Excuse me, volunteers, what is your name? Susie and Julie. Susie and Julie. Okay. Susie and Julie, Susie and Julie. Susie and Julie, Susie and Julie. Okay, I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Oh, and the crash. Usually happens about 10 minutes before we have to wrap up. They've been so busy.
They're going to be loud in the car.
Montage. Great puppy montage, everyone. Great one. So that usually happens. And then, is it? Okay, so puppies sleep like all the time.
Yes.
Big question, and this is a personal preference, but I'm just wondering what you prefer, is where do dogs sleep? In the bed with the humans or in their own special bed?
That's a really controversial subject.
I know, right?
I wouldn't have a puppy in my bed because puppies aren't potty trained. And mattresses are not easy to clean. But you know what? You can do it for a little bit, little nappy nap. That's fine. That's cool. But I think dogs need to learn boundaries no matter what. I don't think they should feel entitled to go wherever they want to go.
Yeah.
I know people that have several large dogs that share their bed. I don't quite know how they get comfortable. My dog will come up on my bed, she'll get her pets, and then she's like, and I'm out. And then she leaves. Hi. Oh, big stretch.
Look at the spotty.
I know. You have a different shape.
Yeah.
This one seems a little bit bigger and longer. Hi.
Hi, are you a little bit, are you trying to figure out?
They're such kissy babies.
Yeah.
He's a kissy girl. Well, I don't know if you're a girl, I just didn't say.
So let's talk, would you be in favor of a dog translator, like the voice box on Doug from that movie Up?
Yes.
Would you like to have a conversation with the dog?
Yes.